Hello guys, it's Time to Kill 101 again, and today I will be just doing a video on the release notes for, let's see, August 9th, 2011. So, new skins in store: Sandscourge Skarner, Athon Skarner, Bloodstone Tarek. Bloodstone Tarek sounds interesting, I'm not really sure. PvP, some bugs have been fixed when you join games that are full, and another big fix is well, it's not fixed, it's a new champion. Skarner, this Crystal Vanguard, is now officially out with Crystal Slash, Crystalline Exoskeleton, Fracture, Impale, and his passive Energize, which, if you want to, you can read it over here. I'm gonna post the link of this website down below, or you probably already know it. Akali, the cooldown before Akali's next Shadow Dance charge, and her current stacks are now shown in the same buff. So I never really noticed this because I don't play Akali as often, but Amumu will now attempt to attack the target after successfully pulling himself to an enemy champion with Bandage Toss. So I guess that's useful. It'll deal like an additional 100 damage depending on your attack whenever you use Bandage Toss on an enemy. Ash fixed a bug which Frost Arrow would consume mana if Ash canceled her auto attack early. I never really noticed this bug, but sure. Blitzcrank, Mana Barrier fixed a bug where Mana Barrier will be bypassed if the damage taken will instantly kill him. I've noticed this a lot because when I play Karthus, and there's a Blitzcrank who's low, and I know he has a shield which will engage if he goes below a certain amount of HP. So I ultimate, and my ultimate actually deals enough damage to kill him instantly because his shield only activates when it goes below a certain HP. So I guess that would become useful, and it would avoid a lot of deaths for Blitzcrank. Brand fixed a bug where Pyroclasm would fizzle if Brand died. I never noticed this, but I guess that's useful. Caitlyn fixed a bug where planning a urinal escape trap after a trap was recently triggered caused the previous trap to be consumed. Oh my god, that's so many words. Cho'Gath fixed a bug where Cho'Gath could gain a feast sec when the target did not die. Now this is really crucial. I mean, how could you play Cho'Gath with this little bug? Corki, the cooldown before Corki's Missile Barrage charge when his current stacks are shown in the same buff. Yeah, this sounds very interesting to me. Evelyn fixed a bug where Malice and Spite was healing for incorrect values. Now this is kind of big. I've seen Evelyn's walking around and dealing a lot of damage for Malice and Spike, and somehow they heal incredible amounts. It literally like goes to 100, even more. So I really find this to be finally fixed. Fiddlestick's basic attack projectile speed increased to 1,750. So it's basically a little speed increase for the actual little, I'm not sure what Fiddlesticks throws out in his basic attack, but it will now travel faster to your target. Dark Wind, damage reduced, so it's been reduced. Fixed a bug where Dark Wind could fizzle when Fiddlesticks died. Drain ability power ratio reduced to 0.45 from 0.5. This is kind of crucial because he does deal a lot of damage when he terrifies and drains. So this is like Riot trying to nerf Fiddlesticks a bit to get him down to a playing level, and making it as equal as they could possibly make it. Gangplank, Grok Soak Blade max stacks has been reduced to 3 from 4. Cannon Barrage, I guess this is kind of a minor fix. Garen, Decisive Strike movement speed duration increased to 4 seconds from 3 seconds. So I guess they'll just give him more utility in moving around the map. And Judgment cooldown reduced. Courage maximum armor and magic resistance now 25 at all ranks, so this will give him a bit more tanking ability early on. And yeah, Heimerdinger, H28G, C3PO evolution turret. I'm not even sure what I'm saying here. Heimerdinger will now place frost turrets if he places a turret while upgrade is active. So sometimes if you activate upgrade and for example, you have one turret on the field, it will turn into a frozen turret, freezing turret. But if he drops a new one down, then it will just be a normal turret. It won't actually get the upgrade effect. Irelia will now attempt to attack the target after dashing to an enemy champion with Blade Surge. I guess that's kind of close to Amu's. Jarvan, Cataclysm. Jarvan will no longer follow the target while he is in the air during Cataclysm. Cataclysm will now create the ring of terrain regardless of whether the enemy can be targeted or not. So this is basically, it won't home in on an enemy. You now have to actually skill shot the Cataclysm, so it won't automatically capture an enemy for you. But you can use it anywhere you want, so you could probably use it to block off crucial areas for some seconds. I don't know, people will find good uses for this. I'll find probably defensive uses for this, not just offensive, but it's up to you how you do it. Jax will now attempt to attack after leap striking if the enemy target is if the target is an enemy champion. So that's like the same as Amumu's like bandage toss and attack. Karma, the cooldown before Karma's next mantra charge and occurrence attacks are now shown in the same buff. So they've added a lot of new little bug fixes where everything's being shown in the same buff. Katarina will now attempt to attack the target after teleporting to an enemy champion. So I guess that's useful. Kale, Holy Fervor. Armor and magic resistance shred increased to 3% from 2%. I guess that'll just grant her a bit more attack power, a bit more like a lot more damage output over long periods of time. Cannon, Thundering, Shuriken ability power ratio increased, so it's not really that major of an increase, but it's still an increase. So Lightning Rush energy cost adjusted to 100, 95, 90, 85, 80 from 100 at all levels. So he won't be able to. He'll be able to outrun enemies more often, use the ability more often. So yeah, his ability power ratio has also been increased from 2.6 from 0.55. Kog'Maw, some kind of particle effect. Lee Sin, all the same change as Amumu's. Leona, Shield of Daybreak cooldown has been reduced. Zenith Blade mana cost has been reduced. Solar Flare cooldown reduced. Fixed a bug where Eclipse would break enemy shield, spell shields and activation. So I never seen this bug, but I guess it could be annoying if enemy champions die too quickly. Lux updated Lux auto attack to feel more responsive and increased its missile speed. So I guess that's good kind of a. It's not really a buff, but at the same time, as her light binding cooldown has been reduced by 1 second for each level. So it's an overall buff to Lux. Not that big of a deal, but Malphite, Brutal Strike's mana cost have been reduced. Ground Slam radius has been increased, and mana cost has been reduced. So that's a overall buff for the Malphite. Mokai will now attempt to attack after using Twisted Advance if the target is a champion. So I guess that's useful. Alpha Strike. Master, you can now use Wuju style in Highlander while Alpha Strike is active. I guess that's cool because right after Alpha Strike you can quickly use Wuju style in Highlander to take up a quick kill. Maybe, I guess, I'm not really sure. I never play Mastery that often. Mordekaiser fixed a bug where Mace of Spades was providing the diminished spell vamp effect if it used against a single target. Fixed a bug where Children of the Grave. What else? Not targetable, maybe died. Fixed a bug where Children of the Grave could clone a clone. I've never actually seen this happen, but that'd be cool to see a clone. They actually haven't nerfed Mordekaiser, so I'd say he's still as cheap as ever. Morgana, updated Morgana's auto attack to feel more responsive and increased its missile speed. Base movement speed has been increased by a bit. Dark Binding cooldown reduced. Tormented Soil mana cost has been reduced. What else? Soul Shackle stun duration adjusted to 1.5 at all ranks. Cooldown reduced by about 20 seconds at the highest rank. Shackle activation time reduced to 3 seconds from 4. I guess that's good for him. Overall buff for Morgana. Nasus attack range has been increased. Wither has been made more powerful because and kind of goes through tenacity a bit better. Spirit Fire doesn't have a 0.5 second delay now, so it's instantly casted. What else? Now deals half the damage. Spirit Fire has been basically actually, this is more of a Mordekaiser ultimate because now it deals half the damage initially and the other half over the duration. So that could be attributed to more of a Mordekaiser's ultimate, which would deal half of the damage and then half over a period of time. Nidalee, her traps are now some kind of bug has been fixed for her traps. Nocturne's Paranoia will now attempt to attack the target that has been paranoid. And Paranoid no longer grants assist for limiting enemy vision. So this is the same buff. They've done a lot of these buffs where after like a lunge to an enemy champion, it'll commence an auto attack or try to auto attack the champion. So I guess that's useful. Pantheon Heartseeker Strike now has a better job done. Basically, overall buffs to Pantheon, which will give him more of a DPS type build, feel free to pause this right now so to look at more in depth on what's Pantheon. Because I'm just going to scroll down. Renekton, some kind of bug. Rumble has been a bug. Shaco, Jack in the Boxes can no longer be disabled or pushed by effects like Crystallize. Silent, fixed a bug where Enrage would consume health sign canceled his auto attack early. So there's a lot of bug fixes here. Teemo, Noxious Traps will now level up if Teemo ranks up his R slot while the traps are active. I guess that's pretty useful if you have a lot of traps left, then and you rank it up, it'll deal more damage. I was wondering if this was actually true, but I never actually had the chance to test it. So yeah. Trinimir, Bloodlust heal per 1 Fury increased to 0.65, and basically an overall buff. Not that major, but I guess it could heal you a bit more. Spitting Slash, base damage has been increased. Bonus AD ratio increased to 1.2 from 1. Urgot has not really important. Infinite Dress, Warwick. More bugs. Wukong will now attempt to attack a target champion after using Nimbus Strike. I guess that's the same as like Amumu's and a lot of other champions they've just done this fix on. York, Omen of War, attack damage ratio increased to 1.2 from 1. Quicksilver Sash is now unique. Tear of the Goddess, Monomain, and Archangel Staff now display your unique bonus mana in their tooltip. I guess that's kind of useful. I'll be able to see how much extra mana I have. In general, made adjustments to reduce the load times for games. Made adjustments to how death and kill streaks work. Using Summon or Teleport on a ward will no longer reveal the ward through Fog of War to enemies. Instead, it will just de-stealth the ward, and if enemy champions walks too close, they'll see it. What else? In-game option. People got tab more efficiently. Added a new in-game option for borderless window mode, so that'll people to like kind of tab out to look at other builds, maybe on Mobile Fire. I'm not sure; it's your choice. Attack move improvements. Attack move targeting is now more predictable. Now targets closest enemies. Attack move will now target visible wards. Changed auto move. Changed attack move cursor color to red from green. I guess. Added new key binding for Self plus Smart Cast for abilities and summoner spells. Casting with these binds will first try to Smart Cast the ability. If there is no target or an invalid target under the cursor, it will attempt to self-cast the ability. So for people who don't know, this could be pretty useful, as self and smart casting is starting to pop up more frequently. So yeah, tooltip errors, bugs, and that's it for today. This is patch 1.0.0.123. Let's scroll up to see this full number. Yeah, okay, so that's basically it. So thank you guys for watching. Feel free to comment and subscribe, and comment on what you guys like about this patch, what you guys think about the nerfs, the buffs. Subscribe and look at my other videos of champion overviews I've done. And thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.